The simulation of Operation Anchorage is complete, and I finally claimed my reward. For a brief moment, I thought it was all worth it. Then the outcasts turned on each other. Some wanted to honor their promise. Others wanted everything for themselves. The gunfire was deafening, and by the end of it, the floor was covered in the proof of their betrayal. Loyalty must mean very little out here. They betrayed the Brotherhood, then the outcasts, and now they lie dead for it. I have what I came for, and I am done wasting time. It is time to find Dad. I just hope he is still alive. My name is Mordecai, and this is my tale of two wastelands.
Hello, and welcome back to some more Fallout, A Tale of Two Wastelands with Mordecai. Today, we are going to... don't actually know. Lots of different things. But before I go and do those many things, I think I still owe you guys 2 skill books and guns, because we did level up twice in Operation Anchorage, and I forgot at the very end of last video to do that. So there you go, 2 more skill books going into guns there. Pretty sweet. So today I figured we could start off by finishing the replicated man quest that we kind of got bugged about on the end of the last video, where Victoria Watts ran up to us and told us if we want to help, basically don't get involved. Oh, this lady's going to give us something.
All of us here thank you for everything you've done.
A stim pack, actually, that's pretty good, thanks. So we're going to head to the doctor here, partially because I want to buy some stim packs, and partially because he'll have some information for us about it. Let's see, stim pack, nice. It's kind of expensive. I'm also going to buy all the doctor bags. It's kind of expensive. It's just one of those things that you have to do, though. Like, we need stim packs with how much fighting we're doing, so.
That it?
And then we're going to have to give up another 100 caps here, I think. Here's 100 caps for the local of a lipoplasticator or microdermal graftalizer.
Probably down at Rivet City. Anything that has any use out here, they snatch up for themselves. That damn Pinkerton don't share nothing.
Okay, so we need to head to Pinkerton, I guess. We know exactly where he is, and we should just be able to get to him pretty much automatically, because we've already been in there before, so. So this quest is interesting, because it's one of those quests where you can sort of double dip when it comes to the final reward. There's 2 separate rewards, one for helping the Institute and one for helping the railroad, or I guess the android. I don't really like helping the railroad. I don't feel like you really get anything good from it, so we're not going to do that. We're going to go the best route, and the route I feel like that makes the most sense for Mordecai as well. Because that's what this series is about at the end of the day. It is supposed to be a roleplay series. So let's talk to good old Pinkerton, the scumbag. Where is he?
Stay sharp. They're everywhere.
Let's discuss the facial reconstruction and mind wipe you did for the android.
What are you talking about, boy? I don't know anything about any of that. And, what did you call it? An android? What's that?
You're not going to enjoy what happens next if you don't tell me what I need to know. Maybe 100 caps will jog your memory. I think I have you confused with someone else. So yeah, you're not going to enjoy what happens next if you don't tell me.
Fine, whatever. This android calls himself Harkness now. Comes in and wants a memory job. I took new memories and replaced his old ones. Don't believe anyone's done that before. Certainly not down here. That Commonwealth tech isn't all that fancy when it comes down to it. I'm also the only one in the wasteland with the skill and the nerve to perform facial surgery. That android flesh ain't so different than ours. You want proof? I documented the whole thing, so I could rub it in the face of Dr. Lee when I need to rankle her feathers. I hate that snooty bitch.
Yeah, screw Dr. Lee. I could talk about how much of a bitch Lee is all day, but we need to stay focused on the android.
You're damn right she's a bitch. Ruined my whole goddamn life. But I can see you don't give a crap about any of that. Fine. It's all in my computer. Here's the password. See for yourself. Hell, just take these pictures and this holotape. Straight from the synth man's lips. Just don't go telling Harkness, though. He won't believe you anyway. And you really don't want to see him upset. He can be a bit inhospitable.
just like you. Harkness deserves to know. We'd want to know too if we were androids.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm going to have my android army rise up against you and your human ilk. Sorry. Oh, sorry I couldn't resist. I suppose you're right. But don't worry, I didn't really wipe his memories. I just buried them. But you can get them back. All you need to do is use the recall code. Just say to him, activate A321 recall code Violet, and that will activate the hidden subroutines.
All right. So yeah, now he can do some facial reconstruction on us. If you want to change your face around, we don't want to do that. I like the way Mordecai looks. The most we'll do is have our beard and hair grow out a little bit more. So let's go into his computer here and read the different logs. Ha! I've done it. I've built a circuit neutralizer from spare parts using the diagrams rescued from that vault last year. I'm brilliant. I'll show those hacks from the Commonwealth now. I stole the mem chip from that jerk Braun. Where does he get off robbing people of their souls like that? Anyway, he's so involved in that simulation of his that breaking in and taking it was like stealing from a little girl. Of course, I won't know whose memories are on this thing until I integrate it into its new host. But they never specified, so it shouldn't really matter. I can't wait until the subject arrives. I got those memories into that android like I was God sending down messages from heaven. Calls himself Harkness now, thinks he's an old combat veteran, did a little extra tinkering with his reflex system. He's certainly not someone I'd want to meet in a fight. When he woke up, he was all confused. We told him he was in a coma for a long time. Between the new memories and the new face I gave him, there isn't anyone that would recognize him, not even himself. Before picture, I love how derpy it looks. After picture, there you go. And we also got a hololog.
My designation is A3-21. I'm a synthetic humanoid from the Commonwealth, and I'm about to undergo a memory transfer. I'm here at Rivet City, where I've already had my face altered to look like someone else. I'm still getting used to the sound of my new voice, but soon I won't even remember what I used to sound like. I'm recording this at the request of Pinkerton, who performed the surgery and will do the memory transfer. It will be the final testimony of the man I once was, and still am, for the moment. I want to live my own life, on my own terms, as my own man. I used to work for the Synth Retention Bureau of the Commonwealth. But I'm done with that life. I'm through with being someone's property. I am not malfunctioning. Since when is self-determination a malfunction? When this is all over, I will be someone else. It's the price I pay for my liberation. My death is a sacrifice for my rebirth. Perhaps I'll fade into myth as the one that got away and fuel further rebellion. But I'd be lying if I said I was doing this for selfless reasons. I'm scared as hell, and running away is the only option I have.
Good to see you.
Interesting. All right, hello.
I'm a little busy right now. Is there a problem?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to interrupt you standing around. I'm not sure how to put this, but you're not who you think you are.
What's that supposed to mean? Look, kid, I don't have time for existential debate, and I'm not interested in whatever religion you're peddling.
This isn't an existential debate. You're a robot from the Commonwealth.
Excuse me? Look, kid, you have exactly 5 seconds to explain what you're trying to do here, or you'll be leaving Rivet City by the way of the nearest porthole.
I know this all sounds ridiculous, but it's true.
Truth. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. There is no such thing as the truth. Just the appearance of truth. And for anyone to try to sell their version of the truth, they need evidence. You have no evidence for your ridiculous claims. So I have no more time to waste talking with you.
I have pictures and a recording you made before the memory swap.
All right, I'll humor you. But this is impossible. I can't be a robot. I'm a human being. I breathe. I eat. Hell, I cut myself shaving this morning. I was bleeding. Robots don't bleed.
It's not real blood, Harkness. It's synthetic, just like everything else. I don't doubt for a second you're a person, but you're not a human. You were designed to mimic a human, but you aren't human. I kind of like this last one. You know, I don't doubt that you're not a person, but you're not human.
I'm not sure what to say. I'm not sure what to even think about all this. I'll admit this is pretty convincing evidence, but it doesn't make any sense. How can this be possible?
Sorry, Harkness, but this is the only way. Activate A321 recall code Violet.
Ah! My God. I remember. I remember it all. From before. Zimmer. The Commonwealth. The Institute. My God. All those runners I brought down. You made me remember. Why? How? Never mind. My God. What am I going to do? My life. Everything. It's all a lie.
What are you going to do about Zimmer?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to shove him into a very small box and send him north where he belongs.
Actually, I was hoping you'd let me kill him.
He is a security threat, isn't he? All right. I authorize you to carry out Dr. Zimmer's execution. Don't think this gives you license to run around shooting anyone you want. Just Zimmer. And that bodyguard, if he gets in the way. Here, use my weapon. I've had it forever, and it's never let me down. Consider it a token of my appreciation.
Nice. So this is part of the reason why I wanted to do this quest. You get a little XP, which is always nice, but you get this plasma rifle. And this thing, even though our energy weapons is so low, it rocks people. It is such a good freaking weapon. We need to go to the science lab. I'm excited to try it out. I think it'll be very, very good. We can also sprint with it, so that makes me like it even more than I already do. But yeah, it has an increased crit chance, and so it just, if you can get sneak attacks off, it just dumps out damage. Coincidentally, we just acquired the Chinese stealth suit. So we'll be putting that to use. So something you can do to sort of double down here, and we're gonna do it because I want the perk you get from it.
You there. What are you, some kind of lab assistant? No, you look a bit more weathered. Are you by any chance for hire?
That depends. What exactly are we talking about here?
To the point. I like that. Well, as it turns out, I've misplaced some very sensitive property.
Missing property? What kind of property?
How do I put this in a way you'll understand? All you know of robots are those buckets of bolts, those Mr. Handshakers and whatnot. Well, that's not all a robot can be. You see, in the Commonwealth, we've made artificial persons, synthetic humanoids, programmed to think and feel and do whatever we need. And occasionally, they get confused and wander off.
I found him. Turns out Harkness is your android.
Harkness, you say? Yes, that makes sense. He used to work for a special branch of the Commonwealth Police, after all. And he's right here, in Rivet City? Excellent. I must wait, find an opportune moment to confront him. Thank you for your discreet assistance and continued discretion regarding this matter. And now for your payment. This combat module will directly affect your central nervous system. I think you will find it quite beneficial.
Yeah, so you get a really good perk from this. You get a higher chance to hit in VATS, which
Good to see you.
we definitely want and we need. But, you know, the thing you can do here is just blast them, kill them, turn them into goo piles.
Good riddance.
Don't let him kill you, though. He almost did it. We can also pick up some of this stuff here. Zimmer's key. I don't think we want to pick up the Android component. I don't think it actually does anything. So yeah, obviously it's a little metagamey, but we kind of can't afford to be picky when it comes to that. You know, we're kind of scraping by as it is. So I will, you know, do something like that because I think it will benefit us, obviously, in the long run. That perk will help you for the rest of the game. So really good. Let's go check out Zimmer's room here. So we have the key anyways. See what's going on. Anything going on here? Some ammo. 2 caps. Don't know if it's worth walking over here to get that, but whatever. Nice. We could return to Harkness. Does he have something to say to you if you kill Zimmer? I don't know. We already finished the quest, technically, so...
Zimmer's dead. I know. Now he's just another bad memory from my past. Look, I don't know why you wanted to help me, but you did, and I'll always be grateful for that. Now, it's time for me to get back to my life.
I'm looking for
Nice.
troublemakers.
Okay, so we didn't get anything extra, but we, again, got this freaking rifle. Badass. Super good. You could see how, even though we're not skilled with it, we still one-shot Zimmer because we were stealth from the Chinese stealth armor, so I think it's going to make a big difference. So while we're in the area, I figured we would stop by Jefferson Memorial and look for Dad. We're a lot better armed now. I feel a lot more confident in our abilities. We can try to fight the super mutant camp up here as well. Sort of a test of our Chinese stealth suit in action. That's the thing. So the Chinese stealth suit is really good, but usually after you fire your first shot, especially when our stealth is as low as it is, he'll find you. Like he sees us, so it's only really game breaking when you have a really high stealth, which we're not going to get for a very long time. It's also really good at disengaging from enemies. So if we sit here for just a second, he'll give up the hunt. Yep. We could switch to the sniper so we can hit him easier. He's kind of being blocked by that post. There we go, we got him. Nice. I think there's only 2 super mutants in here. Might as well check it out. There's some gore bags up here. Oh, I miscounted. There are 3 super mutants up here. I'm always so confidently incorrect, aren't I? But yeah, look, we have no energy weapon skill, and we're still killing super mutants with this pretty easily. That is the power. There are 4 of them. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just make it up as I go. I swear there are only 2. I hate having such a low perception. You can never see when enemies are on the compass. But again, we still rocked him because this gun is amazing, so not a big deal. Watch there be another super mutant. Okay. What do we got up here? Stim packs, nice. Some frag grenades, we'll take them. A bunch of ammo, that's really good. Lying congressional style, also really good. Let's sleep in this bed. Oh, we only get our health back if we sleep in our bed in our house. Okay. Well, that was kind of pointless then. I shouldn't have picked up those missiles. They're very, very heavy.
Please, someone!
Hold on. I'm gonna pick this and I'm gonna drop off the rest of the missiles in here. They're so heavy. All right, how's it going? The super mutants have bound the captive for transportation. The ropes are digging into his wrists. He's obviously suffered from their abuse. Untie.
Oh my god. I thought I was dead. You saved me. They dropped this stuff. Why don't you take it? It's all I have.
Keep it. You'll need it more than I do.
Okay, if you say so. I can't thank you enough, stranger.
Yeah, no problem. And we get a little XP for freeing him as well, so it's worth doing. All right, let's head to the actual memorial proper. We should be okay as long as we shoot first and get the kill before they can really do anything to us. The Chinese stealth suit is a very, very powerful thing. Okay, I freed you and you go and run into super mutants. Okay. Good job. I should have took the stuff from you. But yeah, the Chinese stealth suit is a force multiplier in my mind. Possibly more than any other piece of equipment we're going to get for the rest of the game. It allows us to remain hidden. It allows us to get crits off sneak attacks. It allows us to re-stealth when we are detected. Like, this thing is going to be a game changer, and I can already tell how much it's helping us here. Being able to kill super mutants quickly is really good for us. Also, we're about to level up. That's nice. Might go grab a skill book before we go in here then, because I kind of want to level up. Ooh, we're actually out of ammo. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Switch to the Chinese Dragoon Assault Rifle. Maybe we'll go pick up some ammo too before we really go in there. All right. I think we got the fast travel point. So I'm going to head to Megaton really quick, grab some ammo, grab a skill book so we can level up with it in a moment here. I don't know what I want to level up. I'm pretty tempted to go with lockpick, because if we can get this to 75, as long as we have a magazine, we'll be able to pick any lock in the game. Same with speech. With the Naughty Nightwear and Buttons wig, our speech is, I think, 21. And so if we read a skill book, it goes up to 46. So we can increase our speech by a whole ton. We would only need to get our speech to 56, I think, 54, sorry, to be able to pass any speech check in the game. That could also be really freaking handy. Repair is another skill that we could increase to try to get Jury Rigger, one of the best perks in the game. Also just noticed our medicine went up a bit, so I need to actually lower that back down. We could just go guns, you know, we're using guns a lot. It seems like it's been a really good investment so far to put points into this, so our guns deal more damage. It would be really nice to get lockpick up to a super high level, because then we could just sort of forget about it. Like, we wouldn't need to worry about ever increasing it again until we just have enough skill points where it doesn't matter anymore, which I think will come someday. So I think I'm going to take lockpick. Being able to unlock most things in the game is going to give us more XP, better loot. I think it'll just overall be a good thing. Anyways, now that I'm back already, let's re-equip our plasma rifle now that we have a bunch of rounds for it, and let's smoke this super mutant. Or not. He did not take a lot of damage, did he? I thought he had one-shot him. Maybe I missed his head. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, boy. Oh, I broke his gun. Okay. Hey, we got an achievement for killing so many enemies. Good job. Was that enough to level us up? No. We need 9 more XP. I think we can manage. There we are. Let's level up. Actually, of course, let's read our book first. Lockpick. Nice. Okay. We're going to put everything into lockpick. Gets it up to 57. So if we read a magazine, it'll go up to 82. Not too bad. Perks. I think I'm going to take Lawbringer. So this will just, I hope, pay for itself. We need the money right now really, really badly. And so picking off fingers off people we're going to be killing anyways just seems like a good idea. That's kind of a long-term investment for our caps. Like, we need the extra money so badly.
There you are!
Okay, maybe this gun isn't as good as I thought it was. I think our energy weapons being so low is kind of biting us in the butt. I'm gonna keep using it though because it looks cool. Oh crap. Alright, yeah, I think we need to make the switch. Too many brutes in here. I guess it was just one-shotting the weak ones. Oh. Walls. Alright, what do we got here? Stim pack, nice. Some 32 bullets, pretty much useless, but we'll take them anyways. Can't afford to be picky right now. I think there's more super mutants in here, so might as well clear out the whole place, since you have to do that eventually anyways. We'll just jump the gun on it. See, that wasn't too bad, but this is also just a regular super mutant. That's why he was so easy to kill. Any other super mutants? There's a centaur right there sticking through the door. We're staying. Stop moving slightly to the left. That's my only weakness. Okay, how is this not hitting you? How is, what the? Okay, back to the sniper, I guess. Okay, apparently that pillar has like the worst collision in the entire game. Holy crap. Okay, if we sit here, we might lose interest. Yes. He also might bump into us and immediately figure out where we are. He's just a regular super mutant. Okay. Should be all of them, I'm hoping. I said that before, though, and it was not the case. Okay, so that leads down. That's where we're supposed to go. Let's clear out the rest of this place first. There's a lot more super mutants down here, and there are some holotapes here that I want to grab. Two bottle caps. It was worth the trip. Can we get the jump on this guy? Maybe it's only good when we're getting our crit off, because even that guy was kind of hard to kill. Doctor's bag. Is there anything else in here? I don't think so. Wait. Yes, there is. There's holotapes. I almost missed these. All right, let's grab them and start listening to them. Why not? Actually, now that I think about it, let's wait to get all of the holotapes down here so we can listen to them in chronological order instead of just randomly. So the story makes a little bit more sense for you guys. I already know the story, but some of you might not. Some of you might have never played Fallout before. Yeah, it seems like when we get a headshot, we can kill him pretty fast. Okay, there's some more holotapes in here. Let's grab. A lot of holotapes. Okay, now that we have the majority of the holotapes, I'm going to try and play them in chronological order. It's kind of confusing the way they're labeled, but I will do my absolute best. So we're going to start here with Better Days, the most interesting of holotapes.
That batch of tests was inconclusive, but Madison and I are convinced it's a problem with the secondary filtration system. We're going to recalibrate the equipment and try again tomorrow, so that... James, please. I'm trying to work. Now's not the time. So that's the next step. Assuming we get the results we need, we'll move on to... James! Stop! I need to finish these notes. We'll move on to diagnosing the issues with the radiation dampeners. That should... Ow! James! Now? We really shouldn't.
Nothing like hearing your parents about to conceive you to make a man want to kill something. Okay, let's listen to the next one.
I am at a loss. My beloved wife is gone. In her place is my son, small and helpless. As much as this place means to me, as much as it meant to Catherine, this is no place for an infant, especially an infant without his mother.
Okay, that one was short.
It's time to go. The project was in trouble before, both internally and externally. Progress has come to a halt, both because our recalculations have gotten us nowhere, and because the mutant attacks occur several times a day. I regret that it has come to this. I know that if I leave, our work may come to an end. Madison has never been on the best of terms with the Brotherhood. Aside from Scribe Rothschild, she'll tolerate none of them. If she's the one dealing with them, who knows what will happen? It breaks my heart to go. But I must put the needs of my child before my own.
Okay, and the next one. So those were ones from the past, obviously when our mother was alive, and then right after she died, and then them abandoning Project Purity. So these are the holotapes from very recently when he was last here.
Well, here we are again. Project Purity and me. It's been close to
Oops.
20 years.
Let me restart that.
Here we are again. Project Purity and me. It's been close to 20 years since my last entry, since I left all of this behind to make a life for my son. We've spent that time in Vault 101, tucked away from the rest of the world. It wasn't perfect, but it was safe, and that's all I could have hoped for. Now my son is a grown man, handsome, intelligent, confident, just like his old man. And as hard as it was to admit it, he doesn't need his daddy anymore.
Okay.
So here I am, back where it all began. Project Purity. God, we wanted to change the world. We really thought the waters of life could be a reality. And that's why this is a momentous occasion. Because even after 19 years, I still believe it. Project Purity can and will be operational. This is just the beginning.
All right, so I've grabbed all of the holotapes we can find here. I kind of know where to go, so I'm going to start heading that way while we listen to the tapes, sort of double whammy there.
This is day 2 of my attempt to resurrect this project. I've got one of the portable fusion generators up and running, but it's just enough to power the emergency lighting and a couple of other systems. That will serve for now, but I'll need help powering up the mainframe. Time to visit Madison at Rivet City. I spoke with Dr. Lee Madison at Rivet City. It went about as well as I expected. That is to say, she thinks I'm completely mad. How can I blame her? She's got her own life, her own team, and is making real, tangible scientific progress. And here I come again, the very paragon of failure and false promises. But the reality is, I need Madison and whatever scientific team she may have assembled. I can't do this myself. Project Purity is bigger than me. It always was. And without Catherine, God, I can't let this die. Not again. Not like this. Even in Vault 101, my work on Project Purity never really stopped. Soon after we arrived, my nightly routine included sneaking into the restricted areas, searching for, I don't know, whatever I could find. It was a Vault-type facility, after all. The place was built with some of the most advanced technology this country had ever developed. Those excursions never turned up anything particularly useful. So, one night, after half a bottle of scotch, I broke into the overseer's office. It was easy enough to hack his console, gain access to the restricted files. Most of it was garbage. Propaganda, spy reports, just plain rambling bullshit, really. But there was one thing, one name that stood out amongst all the others. Dr. Stanislaus Braun. I knew of Braun's work, of course. He was a celebrity in his day, Voltec's sorcerous scientist, leaving his peers in awe of his technological wizardry. But it was in Vault 101 that night in the Overseer's office I first learned of Braun's involvement in Voltec's Social Preservation Program and his work on something called GEC, the Garden of Eden Creation Kit.
Okay, just 2 more.
To be honest, the GEC sounded like pure fantasy, even for someone of Braun's capabilities. It was nothing short of a miracle. A terraforming module capable of producing life from complete lifelessness. But not only was this thing a reality, it was actually distributed to several vaults to be used after an atomic war. Vault 101 was, sadly, not on that list. I did some digging and discovered Braun's name on the reservation list for a Vault 112. I'm no slouch, but this man, he could have easily succeeded where I failed. Does his collected knowledge remain within the halls of Vault 112? Journals, holotapes, computer records, maybe even experiments. If I could gain access to just a fraction of Braun's genius, Project Purity would become a reality.
And the
I'm
last
off to Vault 112 to search for anything of Braun's that might help me get this purifier up and running. All I know is that it's west of some place called Evergreen Mills. And it's well hidden in some sort of garage. But I'll find it. I have to. It's so close. But that's the story of Project Purity, isn't it? An eternity of almost theirs. Let's see if Braun has the missing puzzle piece.
Okay, so yeah, basically, if you skipped ahead of all of that, it is Dad talking about Project Purity, how he had to abandon it when we were born and our mother died, and how he's basically gone to this vault in search of a Gek, because he thinks the Gek will be able to make the water purification system that he's been trying to build his entire life. He thinks it'll make it work. So we're gonna go find him. And as you can see, as we travel the wasteland, the Chinese stealth suit is really good. And so is this gun. It's not amazing. I think it's actually really good though. We're gonna run out of ammo, but you know, we've killed a lot of stuff. I feel pretty good about it. But yeah, pretty cool. I like listening to audio logs like that. A lot of people tend to just skip past them, but I enjoy having a little bit of commentary. It's the closest thing we can get to a radio without getting copyright struck. All right, feeling pretty safe right now, which means a death claw's about to come out and jump me. There's actually the garage we're headed towards. Didn't have the exact location, but I was pretty close. We were headed in the right general area. Ooh, okay, there's some robots fighting rad scorpions. That's fine. I guess the robot wins, and I beat the robot, so I win. All right, should be clear from here on out. And we get some more XP for being such an intrepid explorer. Nice. So we don't want to waste ammo on the crappy enemies that are here, so let's just get out the 10mm. The silenced one we got, which is actually pretty good. I think silenced weapons obviously make you harder to detect when you shoot. Normally when you shoot a gun and it's really loud without a silencer, obviously you get more likely to be detected by them. But with this, it should help a lot. Okay, so we open up the secret passage. Is there anything else in here we want to grab? Stim packs. Ooh, tumblers today. I'll take that. Everything else kind of sucks. I guess we'll take the Nuka-Cola. We've come a long way being able to kill mole rats that easily. All right, Vault 112. Any day, there we go. I always love this part. So you see the compass on the bottom left? You think, oh, it's Dad, he's opening the door. Nope, it is a robot.
Welcome to Vault 112, resident. According to sensors, you have arrived 202.3 years behind schedule. Please redress in your Vault Tech issued vault suit before proceeding. Once dressed, please proceed down the stairs to the main floor so that you may enter your assigned Tranquility Lounger. A Tranquility Lounger is available. Please be seated.
All right, so this sets off a pretty lengthy quest to find Dad, but since we're kind of running out of time, I'm just gonna explore the vault and see what kind of loot we can get, if any. I know some stuff is locked behind pretty hard locked doors. Can we get into this? Yes, hard locked computer, and you cannot open the door with a lockpick skill. So we can't get in there, which sucks because there is a lot of pretty good loot in there. Well, I guess we'll just have to come back. Oh, same with the Overseer's office. Actually, yeah, that might be where the key is to get into the Overseer's office. So we can't do that either. That sucks. It's not exactly a convenient place to get back into. Man, we really can't explore anything in here, huh? Because it's all locked. Yeah, I think that was it. Okay, well, that makes exploration of the vault very easy. So if you look inside of these, you see very old, withering people, and it's actually very disturbing. Once you hear the full story, these people, spoiler alert, have been alive for 200 plus years, sustained in these machines. I actually don't see Dad. What the heck? Oh, there he is. There's Dad. We found him. This Tranquility Lounger is occupied. What does it say about him? Warning, unverified resident status. Please check logs. Status. Possible program corruption. Unable to verify resident ID. Please consult a supervisor. Stress level elevated. Possible program corruption. Okay, it says the same thing. So there's Dad, and here is this one, our Tranquility Lounger. So I am going to cut the video there for today. Next time we will enter the Tranquility Lounger and do one of my favorite quests in the entire game. So I said it when we were doing Operation Anchorage, but I feel like Fallout 3 has a lot of really cool standout moments that New Vegas and Fallout 4 do not have. One of them being Operation Anchorage is just kind of a really cool concept in theory. Same with these Tranquility Loungers. We'll see next time what I'm talking about.
Please dress in your Vault 112 suit. Remove all other articles of clothing to prevent damage to the equipment. Thank you for your cooperation.
Creepy, very creepy. Yes, I will do that. Anyways, if you have made it this far and enjoyed this content, consider liking, subscribing, and hyping up the video if you have not already, as it does help the channel immensely. Other than that though, thank you for watching, and peace out.